Welcome everyone to today's episode of Welcome. You'll get to meet an amazing businesswoman who moved to Terrace 15 years ago from the Philippines, Candy Stephenson. And you'll also find out about some new programs that we started at Skin Diversity Society. You can come on Thursdays and join other artists during Art Attack. We are actually open until 8. Bring your supplies and create together. And on Fridays, we'll meet Carmen, who is the coordinator of our new international cooking program. And you can either come and see and learn, or you can teach us something. Even I was teaching. Anyways, come on in. So hello everybody, welcome to our new episode of Welcome. And I'm very pleased today to have Candy Stephenson here with me. And she has been living in Terrace for many years and have done some amazing things. Welcome, Candy. Thank you very much for coming.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit how you end up being
in Terrace. Okay, well, originally I'm from the Philippines, and I met my husband in the Philippines, and he happened to be a pilot in the Federal States of Micronesia.
Okay.
He worked there, and I happened to be there too to work as a teacher. So then we both work in that country, and after a few months, his work for some reason stopped, and like they sold the plane and stuff. So he flew the plane to Australia. So he moved to Australia, but I can't leave Micronesia because of my work.
Okay.
So then after a few months, it didn't work for him too. So he's originally from Canada, from Terrace. So he came back to Terrace.
He came back home.
And after my contract, I followed him.
Oh, very nice.
And I think it's my sister's here and her family. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So when was this?
That was in November 13, 1999.
1999.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's long
So
time
there
ago.
have been 15 years.
Almost 15 years.
Almost 15 years.
Yes.
So what kind of job are you doing in Micronesia?
I was a math teacher.
A math teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So were you able to find a job when you got to Terrace?
When I got to Terrace, I didn't work right away. See, when I came here, I was actually worried, can I find a job? Is my English is enough? You know, I'm kind of, and my husband and my sister said, oh, no problem, you can find a job or something and stuff. So, but I didn't work for 7 months. And then finally, actually I was helping my sister at that time. She has a store, so I was helping her once in a while at the store. And then finally, after 7 months, I said, no, I need to go to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I found a job. I put lots of resume and stuff. But the funny thing was, because I was shy. And I was scared and I was afraid and stuff. So I actually asked my husband, can you pick up a resume for me and drop it off? So I was like, you can do that, you can do that. So he, at the first one, he did it.
Yes.
But after that, I was like, oh yeah, I can do this.
I know, it is sort of even just going to a place, right?
Yeah.
And then I think as immigrants, we feel our English is not good enough, right?
Yeah.
We might ask a wrong question. People might yell at us or something.
Exactly, yeah. And I've been to different countries too, but because when I was in Kuwait, so English is their second language, so I wasn't that scared. But in Canada and United States, English is like, okay, is my English good enough for, so, yeah.
Anyway. Oh, that's excellent. Well, it's very good. So
I always wanted to work as a server. And I actually work in one of the fast food chain here in Terrace. And, one of the store phoned me in the afternoon, but that's the fast food restaurant phoned me first and said, yeah, I go for an interview right now. So I got the job. I didn't know if I'll get it, but I got the job anyway.
Okay.
He's very good to me, so he was very good.
Oh, excellent. And then from there, you also started a business?
From there, I had a chance to, one of my dreams when I was a kid is to work in the bank.
Okay.
Yeah. So after I worked for this the restaurant that I was telling you about. I should say Tim Hortons. I love Tim Hortons. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. And when I worked there, I learned to interact with people. I found out that people here are very nice, and so I learned new things, many things actually. I gained confidence, and lots of people say, yeah, you can do it, and you're good at that. So I had a chance to work for one of the bank, and that's one of my dreams. So,
Right.
But I worked there. It's nice. It's a full-time job. Actually, I applied for part-time, and then 3 months later they phoned me. I thought I won't get it, but 3 months later they said, Candy, I have this is so and so, and I have 2 questions for you. First, are you still interested to work for us? And it's like, yeah. Second, do you want to work full-time? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's what. So I got the job at the Bank Montreal. Then I had a chance, a few months later, I have the chance to open a business, like a corner store.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
is it the one on the south side?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes, that's
nice.
the one. I have my mind and my heart was kind of, which one is it? Should I stay in the bank because this is my dream?
Secure and
yeah,
and
that's
dream
my dream,
too.
and I love it. And people there are nice, and or I go with the business. So, but my husband was working at that time, so like after a few weeks of talking with my sister and him, said we decided to get the store. Yeah.
Oh, the more difficult.
Yeah, and it's hard at first. Like, you know, I gave myself 5 years. It is very hard because you have to work more hours, and you know, dealing with customer, I'm fine because I learned a lot, and you know, but I got it I got this store for 9 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it, what were so that's a big job to run a corner store.
It is. It was, or maybe it is still. It is because like you have to do, like I don't know nothing about ordering, but my sister is a big help for me because yeah, she can help me a lot. So ordering, you know, stocking, pricing, marketing, and stuff, you know, and bookkeeping is a lot, and you know, and then you still have to, you know, open almost 7 days a week and stuff,
Yeah, and then on the south side, really, now there is more stores, but before there wasn't really nothing.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
nothing.
guys were probably.
It was good when we started. When I came here in '99, the economy was kind of high a little bit, and then after 2 years or 3, it was dropped. And then a year after we got the store, the Walmart came, and then said, okay, now we're and then, but you know, actually the store helped us because there's more people work, more people is walking, and then stuff at the store. So yeah,
there's lots of people living around, walking around.
Walking around, yes, exactly.
Excellent. You probably got to know who lives there and what they are looking for and what they need.
In 2012, when I became, I went for another course for a class 5-7 instructor. And then last year in November, I told my husband I'm going to Smithers. So I have a class there, but I got a chance to go to Kelowna for a course. So they phoned me and said, well, do you want to come for a course? So from Smithers, I went straight to Kelowna. He didn't know I went for my air brake instructor's course. I didn't tell him until I passed my course, and I phoned him. It's like, guess what? What? I'm in Kelowna taking my course. Yeah. So I'm air brake instructor also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your company is the Philcan driving school?
The Philcan professional driving
school.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen the car and the semis around town, and more and more. So business must be going well.
Yes, business really busy this year. Yeah, last year is okay and busy too, but it's busier this year. I think it's because of the economy is getting higher and the demand is a lot more. And yeah, I got my Class 1 license last year So I can drive the semi, but sometimes you can't see if there's a driver there.
I know.
So-
I have to point out that Candy is a very nice, short, petite person.
Yes.
And so, again, in my head, I have this stereotype that Sabri has to be a big, chunky guy, and so that's wonderful that you're doing that.
Yeah, and you know what I did? My friends keep saying, "Meg, you need a booster seat," but you know what they did? What I did is put a big padding in the back and a 2x6 on the floor, so I can reach it.
So
Yeah.
you adapt the situation, and you can make anything work.
Well, I think, yes, everybody can do it. Like, you follow your dream. If you have a dream, like, you follow it and don't quit until you get it. And if you don't make it the first try, do it again, change the strategy maybe. Yeah, and that's just the way I am. And I always think that if I can do it, they can do it, or if they can do it, I can do it. You know,
Right.
since nothing is impossible, really. That's my husband keeps telling me, nothing is impossible until you try it. So yeah, it lives on me. But at first, being from the Philcan, different country, I always think that the guy's job is different from the female's job, and that's what I grew up. It's probably different now, but when I got here, I learned to carpentry. I learned electrical thingy, and he asked me to do this, cutting wood and stuff. And at first, it's like, I'm gonna tell my dad that you're doing this to me, and it's like, you know, it's helping me. If I'm gone, nobody's gonna help me but you. So I learned the carpentry thing. My friends is amazed. You learned this? I helped one of my friends to renovate one of the
houses.
Yeah. We didn't finish it because I don't have that much time, but they were amazed that I can do it.
Wow, that's so. What were some of the I'm sure it wasn't a smooth sailing. You just make it sound so easy, but I'm sure there have been lots of challenges along the way. So what are some of the things that you really had to overcome?
One thing is financial. So in every business you're in, you need financial. So sometimes it's hard, you know, and especially if you're new and you're not rich. Like, I'm not rich. My husband is not rich. So it's hard, but I keep thinking positive again. And I always tell myself that I keep pursuing my dreams, and if it will come, if it's for me, it's for me, and if it will come later, then maybe later. And we have, because now I'm talking a lot, and my husband's talking a lot too, so we found, like for the trucks, for example, the car was okay, but the truck part is harder because it's expensive. So, but we have friends and say, hey, I have a truck, and if you can pay me this, you know, that's so financial is number one for sure.
Yeah. And even when you were describing that you were working in a bank, you know, it was a full-time job, but you took a risk.
Yes, I did take a risk.
And that's you know, that takes guts, right? That takes courage to do. But definitely open new doors and new challenges for you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, and then the same, you could stick with the car, but you know, let's go to the trucks.
The trucks,
and so that's pretty. I really admire that.
Oh, thank you.
Because it's as immigrants, again, we don't have families around that we could
rely on.
We could rely on
exactly.
or so it is difficult. It is often up to us of what we accomplish and learn from our mistakes and find new ways.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And so, what are some of the things that you know, your biggest accomplishments that you're very, very proud of?
A lot. The biggest one, I think, moving to Canada and into Terrace. Well, because when I moved I went to different places, but when I went there, I was a contractor worker, so you work there, you can't work outside your work, so you can't really expand like if you want to do stuff. When I get to Terrace, I'm able to do stuff that I really want to do, like my dreams when I was a little girl and stuff. So I was able to do that. So I accomplished that in one package. So little by little, so small, start from small, and then into a big accomplishment.
Oh, that's great.
But one more thing that I really dream is to fly. So that's one thing. I'm on the starting point now, and that I would think that would be my biggest one.
Fly.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can stop Candy. Sounds like. And you know, Candy, what I you know, as I'm getting to know you, I think that you're really an incredible role model. Role model for young women from the Philippines, and even for young women anywhere. Because really, I would say you take anything and you just go. And if you come across anybody, we also help people connect them into the community and help them, find work with them around employment and housing and schooling and all those kind of things.
That's good. Yeah. And to all newcomers out there, don't be afraid. Don't afraid to ask. Don't afraid to start. Start small, start bottom, and start yourself up and stuff. Yeah.
And it's amazing how Terrace, it's a small community, but it has lots of possibilities.
Exactly. Yeah. When I first got here, I met a person saying that it's hard for them to find a job, but when I start looking for a job, it's like everybody wants me. So like, good for me, and then I can find a job. It's not like that I'm bragging or anything, but I can find a job. So I don't know. It's a small community, but I like it here.
And also too, when you start a business, it almost seems like maybe that business doesn't exist here, or there is still a market, right? For another business.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So that's good. Like that sort of, and as we grow, I imagine we'll probably grow quite a bit over the next 10 years.
Yeah.
There are so many possibilities.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
We need all the positive, creative people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think positive.
Yes. Think positive. And nothing is impossible until you try it.
And then just try it. Yes.
That's something that I'll definitely remember.
Yeah, I remember that all the time now. There's nothing impossible. Before I always say, it's impossible if I can do it. No. There's nothing impossible until you try it.
Yes.
And
then you thought impossible.
Yeah. Then you'll say, this is possible.
Then you say, change your strategy.
Yes. Yeah.
So you try several times and then.
Yeah, it's not that your dream is not coming true. It's just probably the strategy is not working for you. So change it, and then you
try again.
You will achieve, for sure.
Yeah. Don't get discouraged, sort of.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you very much for having me here. Thank you, Skinny Diversity, for having me here, and and I'm glad to share my experience.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good. Awesome. Welcome everyone. I'm here with Carmen Diaz, who is coordinating a new program here at Skinny Diversity, and let's find out a little bit more. Thanks, Carmen.
Thank you. Well, the new program that we are having is the International Cooking Program, because in this way we're going to have the opportunity to learn and to taste different plates around the world. The first one that we have on September 19, Friday, was Mexican meatballs. And I started with the Mexican because this is the month of the independence of Mexico. And we have a lady called Socorro Gutierrez from Kirimat, and also Lady Noble, and she's from Terrace. And they were the two that were able to cook the Mexican food. It was very excited. We learned a lot. We learned about new forms to do meatballs.
Oh, new ways, yeah.
It was really interesting because I never ever in my life I come from Panama, as you know, and the way that we do meatball is completely different. In the Mexican, and it was delicious.
Right.
They use rice, uncooked rice.
Uncooked rice.
And mint leaves.
Okay.
So it's kind of a very exotic taste. Our friends that were here together and learning and being here for the sample, they were very pleased, and everybody said that it was delicious. The other thing is that it was like as we do here, every project that we do here in Skin and Diversity is about connection, right? And a lot of people, it was the group, everybody was interconnected and talking about different, topics, and it was great. It was really
so
great.
it's as you are describing it, so it's a one way for newcomers and also Canadians to come together and share their own culture and their favorite dishes. It's interesting what you said is that sometimes people use the same ingredients but in a very different way.
Different way.
And how long?
Okay, people can come, it's going to be from 4 to 6 p.m. and it's every Friday until the month of November.
Okay.
So feel free to call us or go online and then register.
Right.
And because goes online, they register, and then they can put what is the dish that they want to share with us.
Right, because we are in a spirit of integrating and encouraging people to be actively involved. We ask people to share their dish because it's not, the program is not run by professional cooks. We all are sharing our own dishes.
So anyone that wants to come and share whatever the plate it is, they're more than welcome.
Great.
They're more than welcome. So
excellent.
And just to get together, learn something new, have fun.
Meet new people as well. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us for today's program of Welcome. Hope you find it interesting. Please get in touch with us if you would like to share your story or you know of someone who would like to share their story, because we want to get to know as many people as we can. You're always welcome to come to Skin and Diversity Society. Our center is located 4617 LaSalle Avenue, and we can answer any of your questions, or we'll try to find answers. We can get you connected to the community, help you settle in the community. So contact us also if you have any suggestions for topics and questions, and hope to see you at one of our programs. Until next month, bye.